is facing an uphill with school pregnancy. About 4,446 pupils fell pregnant in 2016, with 40 of the young expectant mothers still in primary school. The report further shows that one learner fell pregnant in grade 5 and 7 in grade 6 and 32 in grade 7. But just to add a national picture on this matter, according to the 2015 annual school survey, over 15,000 pupils fell pregnant during the academic year. But for more on this, a shocking stats, I'm joined in our studios in Johannesburg by Gauteng Education Spokesperson Steve Mabona. And Tate Mabona, good morning to you and thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Now, these are shocking stats.
Definitely shocking indeed. I mean, the MEC has already, pronounced publicly that probably we are losing the battle. And we need cooperation from parents. We need all stakeholders. We need to work together and then try to really deal with this matter because it is really concerning.
Yeah.
I mean, looking at a learner in a primary school that is pregnant, I mean, it's quite shocking, really.
It is shocking. A grade 5 learner is supposed to be how old? 12 years. A child falling pregnant at 12 years, it's worrying. Definitely.
And when you look at the figures, they can tell you that when they also move into the high school, you see your grade 9, 10, 11, that's where the problem is. And we are doing so much as the department. We have programs that we work very closely with Department of Health, go to school, educate, have campaigns.
But I think the question is, are the programs really working? I know that the stats have actually gone down a little, but as much as they went down, they are still shocking. This should not be what is happening currently.
Look, as education, we can do as much as we can do, but then, I mean, we create the education environment, which is very conducive. And for us is to impart knowledge. And we will not stop, talking about the dangers of one being pregnant at an early age, because it distracts you. You will not be focusing on learning. I mean, learning, you need to be focused. You don't need to be not too well.
Yeah.
You need to be focusing on your studies, and so it becomes a challenge because then you will be thinking about banking classes. Which will then you will fall back.
Yeah,
so
being a mother is not a child's play. But then I want us to go into the actual study itself. Obviously, the study was commissioned by the Department of Education itself. What were the factors behind, or what came out as the main reasons behind these children falling pregnant at this very early age?
Look, there are so many elements that are coming there. I mean, you will have an understanding that the socio-economic environment of our country, it's not well. I mean, if one were to put it that way, there's a lot of those that are receiving social grants. Hence, when we punt the messages, we say we need to change the quality of education so that you enhance the knowledge to an extent that when you are young, you think about a graduation, you think about something that will change your family, and you don't need to think about social grant, don't need to think about anything.
Let me just come in there. Are you basically saying that we're blaming the situation on poverty?
Look, there is that element, that because you'll understand that we're coming from different backgrounds. So you cannot say poverty does not play.
But at the age of 12, really, you shouldn't be thinking about sex. You should be playing with your peers and doing your schoolwork.
Yes, hence we're saying we need cooperation from parents. We need to educate at our homes, because sometimes you understand that in other cultures it's quite a taboo to interact with your child talking about sex. So we need to move away from us, wanting to be backwards and saying, like we are in the Stone Age where we don't want to interact with sex. We need to be in a position whereby we are ready to interact with our learners, our children at a very early age, to say, when you engage yourself in sex, these are the outcome. These are the results where you will be probably not finishing your school, you will end up pregnant. And HIV and AIDS, it's also an issue, because we also need to educate. Because if you leave it outside, you might find yourself with a level of infection in our environment.
All right, socioeconomic challenges, it's one factor that you're mentioning as a contributing factor to these high numbers. Let's look at the issue of sexual misconduct. Is it playing a role here where you find that some young girls were sexually assaulted maybe?
Look, that does not come out that much clear because you look at the different environments where the children are coming from, how many cases are reported, because there's a level of non-reporting of your sexual violence cases whereby there is people, children are threatened.
Yeah, because I can actually put it to you, Mabona, that according to the records that was pronounced by the MEC of Education in Gauteng, that 61 cases of sexual misconduct were reported over 3 years. So it shows that sexual assault is also contributing to the high numbers of teenage pregnancy.
Look, hence we are saying encourage people to report, and we reveal all the statistics and say, can we work together? How are we going to fight this jinx? Because it's jinx, really. If you're going to take your child to the environment where one might be sexually abused. So we're looking at those, look at the conduct of our educators, look at the conduct of the learners, because some of the learners, they are, you ask yourself where do they come from? Because when you find children going up against each other and raping another learner. So
I'm not really getting a solution to the problem from the department here. I know that there's a national policy for prevention and management of pregnancy in schools that was developed and announced by the Minister of Education, Njimoseka. Is it really effective? I mean, if we are still seated with these high numbers, is that a national plan or policy
what we are saying as the department, probably we are losing. I mean, the battle is quite huge. We are saying, can we have cooperation from parents? Can we work with parents? Can other people come up with other ideas? We've instilled so many disciplines that we felt that they might be working for us. I mean, there's a program where we encourage, it's a peer education, where we encourage learners to, amongst themselves,
to talk about
this, encourage them to report, and make sure that we don't have an element of any violence, any pregnancy at our learning environment. But then you'll have that policy will say, we will allow them to come in and be educated, but then they will be chastised by the other learners. So it's quite a challenging environment.
It's still a battle. It still is a battle. Well, thank you so much for talking to us. Of course, it's a worrying factor that we should be, talking about more often. Thank you so much for coming.
More cooperation we need.
There you have it. Steve Mabona, Gauteng Education Spokesperson, talking to us about the shocking stats. 4,446 pupils fell pregnant in 2016, and 40 of these are still in primary school. Let's take a break here on Morning Live.